Good morning, students. Welcome to the first lecture of alternating current. The topics covered are alternating voltage and alternating current, important terms related to AC, average or mean value of AC over a cycle, RMS or effective or virtual value of AC. Now we will discuss DC voltage, DC current and AC voltage, AC current. DC voltage is a voltage that does not changes with time. Similarly, DC current is a current that does not changes with time. Or we can say that the primary DC source is a battery or a cell which supplies a steady current in one direction. Alternating voltage and alternating current. The voltage or current which changes continuously in the magnitude and reverses its direction periodically is called alternating voltage or alternating current. We can see from here the voltage and current are changing sinusoidally, and in the alternating voltage and alternating current, sine waves are obtained. Mathematically, alternating voltage is given by epsilon equals to epsilon naught sine omega t, where epsilon naught is the peak or maximum value of EMF. Similarly, mathematically, alternating current is given by I is equal to I naught sine omega t, where I naught is the maximum or peak value of the current. Important terms related to alternating current. 1 cycle. The variation of alternating current from 0 to maximum and maximum to 0 while flowing in one direction, then from 0 to maximum and maximum to 0 while flowing in the opposite direction is called cycle of alternating current. Period. It is defined as the time taken by AC to complete one cycle. Frequency. It is defined as the number of cycles completed by AC in 1 second. Angular frequency. It is defined as 2 pi times the frequency of AC. Angular frequency is denoted by omega, which is equal to 2 pi mu, where mu is called as the frequency of AC. Phase. It enables us to know the variation of alternating current with respect to the variation of alternating voltage. It means that it tells whether the alternating voltage and alternating current attain their maximum and minimum value simultaneously or not. For example, in an alternating circuit containing a pure resistor, both the voltage and I current attain their maximum and minimum values simultaneously. In an AC circuit which contains an ideal inductor, the voltage attains its peak value before the current does. So we will say that voltage is ahead of current in phase. Average or mean value of AC over a cycle. Consider an alternating current flowing through a circuit. The current flows in one direction in the first half cycle and in opposite direction in the next half cycle. Thus, in one complete cycle, an AC has positive value in the first half cycle and equal negative value in the next second half cycle. Hence, average or mean value of AC over a complete cycle is 0. So, the average or mean value of AC over a cycle is defined as the average value of AC over a half cycle is that value of steady current that would send same amount of charge in the same interval of time that would be sent by DC in same time. Mathematically, as we know that I equals to I naught sine omega t. The small amount of charge sent by AC in small time dt is given by dq equals to I into dt. Now we can substitute the value of I. We will get dq equals to I naught sine omega t dt. So the total charge sent by AC is given by, we will take the integration of this equation, that is q equals to I naught integration, as we are calculating the average value of AC over a first half cycle, so we will take limits from 0 to t by 2 sine omega t dt. Integration of sine omega t is given by minus cos omega t upon omega, limits from 0 to t by 2. Now we will substitute the limits. We will get q equals to, negative sign is taken outside, we will get minus I naught. We can take omega also outside the bracket. We will get cos omega t by 2 minus cos 0. Again q will be equal to minus of I naught by omega. Cos omega can be substituted as 2 pi by t into t by 2 minus cos 0. On further solving, we will get q equals to minus I naught upon omega cos pi minus cos 0. The value of cos pi is minus 1, so we will get minus 1 minus 1. On further solving, we will get q equals to 2 I naught upon omega. As q equals to 2 I naught upon omega, take this as equation 1. Now substitute the value of omega. We will get 2 I naught upon 2 pi into t. On further solving, we will get q equals to I naught t upon pi. Take this as equation 2. As Im is the mean value, so from the definition of current, that is Im equals to q upon time period taken is t by 2. So on further solving, we will get Im equals to 2q upon t. From here we will get q equals to Im t by 2. Take this as equation 3. Now comparing 2 and 3, we will get I naught t upon pi equals to Im t by 2. On further solving, we will get Im equals to 2 I naught upon pi. On substituting the value of pi and solving further, we will get Im equals to 0.673 I naught. Similarly, for negative half cycle, the integral will be taken from t equals to t by 2 to t equals to capital T. And on solving the integral, we will get Im equals to minus of 2 I naught upon pi. Or we will say Im equals to minus of 0.673 I naught. So the average AC over complete cycle is 0. As we have seen that the average value of AC over a cycle is 0, so the question arises, How to measure the effectiveness of alternating voltage or the alternating current? The answer of this question lies in the search of an effect of current which is independent of direction of flow of current. It is called as the root mean square or effective or virtual value of alternating current. It is based on the thermal or heating effect of current. It is defined as that steady current which produces the same amount of heat in a given resistor in a given time as being produced by AC pass through the same resistor for the same time. Let an AC current I equals to I naught sine omega t passes through a resistance R for time interval dt. So heat produced in time interval dt is given by dH equals to I square R dt. Now we can substitute the value of I. From here we will get dH equals to I naught square sine square omega t R dt. Now heat produced in one cycle, that is, we will take the integration of this equation for the one cycle, that is H equals to I naught square R integral from 0 to t sine square omega t dt. Again, as sine square omega t is written as mathematically sine square omega t is equal to 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2. So substituting this value in this equation, take this as equation 1, we will get H equals to I naught square R 0 to t 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2 dt. Now we will solve this integral. For solving we can take 2 outside the integral. We will get I naught square R by 2 integral from 0 to t 1 minus cos 2 omega t dt. Now for solving we can split the integral between dt integral from 0 to t minus integral from 0 to t cos 2 omega t dt. Again, H equals to I naught square R by 2. Integral can be solved as t. We will take the limits from 0 to t minus the integral of cos 2 omega t is sine of 2 omega t, and 2 omega t will be written as 2 omega. So we will get the integral H equals to I naught square R by 2 t 0 to t minus sine 2 omega t by 2 omega, limits from 0 to t. Now we will substitute the value of limits. We will get I naught square R by 2 t minus 0 minus, we can take 1 by 2 omega outside. We will get sine of 2 omega capital T minus sine of 0. Now H equals to I naught square R by 2, we will get t minus 1 by 2 omega. Here we can substitute the value of omega, that is equal to 2 into 2 pi by t into t minus 0. On solving we will get sine 4 pi minus 0. As sine 4 pi is equal to 0, so this term will be reduced to 0 and we will get H equals to I naught square R t by 2. H equals to I naught square RT by 2. Take this as equation 1. Now let IRMS be the RMS value of given AC. Therefore, the heat produced by IRMS in the same resistance in the same time is given by H equals to IRMS square RT. Take this as equation 2. From equation 1 and 2, we will get IRMS square RT equals to I naught square RT by 2. On further solving, we will get IRMS square equals to I naught square by 2, or IRMS equals to I naught by under root 2. Similarly, for an alternating voltage, VRMS equals to V naught by under root 2. The figure here shows an alternating current and its RMS value as a function of time. Questions for practice. An AC voltage is V equals to 100 under root 2 sine 100 pi t. Find the RMS value and frequency of the voltage. We can compare this equation with the equation that is epsilon equals to epsilon naught sine of omega t. On comparing, we will get epsilon naught equals to 100 under root 2 and omega equals to 100 pi. As we know that epsilon RMS equals to epsilon naught upon under root 2, on substituting the value, we will get 100 under root 2 upon 100 under root 2. On solving, we will get epsilon RMS equals to 100 volt. Also, we want to calculate the frequency of the voltage. The angular frequency is given as omega equals to 100 pi. Omega can be written as 2 pi mu, which is equal to 100 pi. On solving, we will get mu equals to 50 Hertz. The electric main in a house is marked 220 volt 50 Hertz. Write down the equation for the instantaneous voltage. Here the given values are, that is the epsilon RMS is equal to 220 volt and frequency is given 50 Hertz. As we know that epsilon RMS equals to epsilon naught by under root 2. So from here we can calculate epsilon naught equals to under root 2 epsilon RMS, which on putting the values we will get 220 into under root 2, which on solving will give you 311 volt. Now we have to write down the equation for the instantaneous voltage. As we know that epsilon equals to epsilon naught sine of omega t. So we can substitute here the values, that is epsilon equals to epsilon naught sine omega can be written as 2 pi mu t. Now substitute the values, we will get epsilon equals to epsilon naught is 311 sine 2 into pi into mu is 50, so we will get 50 into 2, that is 100 pi t, which is the equation for the instantaneous voltage. A 100 ohm resistor is connected to 220 volt 50 Hertz AC supply. What is the RMS value of current in the circuit? What is the net power consumed over a cycle? The given values are resistance equals to 100 ohm, epsilon RMS equals to 220 volt and frequency mu equals to 50 Hertz. First we have to calculate the RMS value of current in this circuit. So current IRMS can be written as epsilon RMS upon R. On substituting the values, we will get 220 upon 100. On solving, we will get IRMS equals to 2.2 amperes. In second part, we have to calculate the net power consumed over the cycle. As we know that the expression for power is epsilon RMS square upon R. Again, on substituting the values, we will get 220 square upon 100, which on solving will give P equals to 484